Did you hear about the Gigachad guy that went from Syria to Lebanon and back to Syria and then back to Lebanon?
I don't think so.
Really? Oh, I really want to tell you the story, but I'm gonna get so distracted from this conclusion. Whatever, I don't care. I'll just somehow do both of them at the same time. So essentially, right, this guy, he uh meets Abe in Lebanon
Mm.
and tells him his story. Pretty sure he was like one of the locals that were helping missionaries there. So basically, this dude, he lived in Syria. He converted to Christianity, but in Syria, Christianity is a big no-no.
Mm.
So, if his family finds out, like his dad or his uncle, I want to say, they would like beat him to death. Like it was intense. So I'm
Oh,
pretty
wow.
sure his mom let him escape um after like hearing that he converted. So basically he has to smuggle himself out of the country, right? So he goes to smuggle himself out. He talks to these people and he gets to a checkpoint, right? Oh, you go. You over that way. You go. You over that way. They're separating him. Eventually, you just see them.
Yeah.
You just hear.
Shut
Oh,
up! I'm back.
oh.
Yeah.
What just happened?
I'll be back in like two
Oh,
seconds. Actually, I'll take my headphones with me.
okay.
Wait, so you can listen?
I
Is
think
that what
so.
you said?
I think that's the idea.
Okay. So basically, people are being separated, and
Mm.
some people are being killed. Like they're separating them and killing them. So he gives his money to the next smuggler, and then they get him however far, and he has to survive another checkpoint. You know, they're doing it again. They're like separating people, killing them. And this one time, right? He they say, "Hey, go over go over this way." And you don't know if you're going to get killed or not
Mm.
as they're separating you. But basically, they say, "Hey, go over this way," and he starts, and he says, "Is this gonna lead me to Lebanon?" And he's like, "I have the money. I have money. Is this gonna lead me to Lebanon?" And he's like, "Just go that way." So he goes that way, and on his way, there are more people, and there's a smuggler, and he says, "Where are you going?" And he says, I'm going to Lebanon, whatever the city was. I think it was like it sounded interesting. It was like one of the like Z or X sounds. Um, he's like, I'm going to this city in Lebanon. So he's like, oh, don't go that way then. That's not to Lebanon. They're they would sell you off here if you went that way. So this random this random guy decides to take his money and smuggle him the next step. So he goes to the next step, and it's just miracle after miracle. He gets to the next step, and he's like, all right. I think he gets to the next step after that one, and he starts to pray. All right, Lord, guide my steps. And and he just kind of walks for a little bit, and then finds the next smuggling thing, and he eventually gets to Lebanon, right? And now he's looking for a specific pastor. So he is going into a gas station. Hey, do you know where this pastor is? Imagine like going up to someone and saying, "Hey, do you know Paul?" Who's Paul? That's what he's getting most of the time. And he's just walking around asking people. Eventually, he runs into a random person, and he's like, "Hey, do you know this person?" And they're like, "Yeah, actually, I do know that person." Just the random person walking along the street. I do know that person. And then she leads him to the church, and the pastor, he is like 20 minutes away from leaving on a missions trip.
Oh.
And the guy gets there, and he tells them, "Hey, I need to see the pastor. I need to see the pastor." Like, "Oh, he's getting ready for a missions trip. Sorry." He's like, "No, I need to see him. I need to see him." So eventually the pastor comes out, and I don't know if the pastor was just like late or something, but he sat with him for like 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if he ended up going on the missions trip or not, but I remember like saying like, "Oh, he sat with the guy longer than he had. Like, he didn't have enough time to sit with that guy, but he did it anyways." So he sat with that guy and said, "Hey, you can live in..." It was essentially the broom closet of the church, because he had nowhere else to live. So he was like, "Okay, you can live in here." And he lives there for like 6 months, getting mentored by this pastor, and he hears his mother is on her deathbed.
Oh.
So you know what this Gigachad does? He smuggles himself back into Syria and goes to his house. Keep in mind, if his dad or his uncle are there, he is going to get beat to death. His dad and his uncle are not there, but his mom and his sister are. So he goes in there, and he gets to tell his mom the good news right before her passing. So he tells her like, "Hey, this is the good news," etc., etc. And apparently she had an open mind, but we have no idea what she ended up doing, because after he told her the good news, he had to leave again. So he left, and I think they said like 6 weeks later she died. But this guy, he goes back and smuggles himself back to Lebanon. Picture that. And I'm not very good at remembering all the details. I'm sure I've got like 6 different things wrong in that. And I'm sure 7 different timelines were also wrong.
Okay.
So, so anyways, I'm sure I got a lot about that wrong, but it's the essential story. It was amazing. Like Abe could tell it better. Abe could tell it better, but man, that story was so cool. Anyways, that's why Lebanon has kind of stuck in my mind as a place to go
You
for.
want to smuggle yourself in?
No, absolutely not. I don't want to do that. So.
What are we talking about again?
The flight school, where would you want to go? And we kind of took that into the Earth direction, since none of us are particularly are necessarily interested in space.
I am, but I mean it's not a
It's
not a very
M31. That's what it is. There's a band. There was a band called Last Winter, and they have a bunch of just references to space. And now that I've just remembered them, the space answer would probably be just like wherever they mention, like the normal constellations. That'd be like, is that a Last Winter reference? And no one would be around to hear, because in space no one can hear you. But I'd laugh at my own reference anyway, and it would be pretty
bro. Bro. So stupid.